But the main thing he's concerned about are the people on this tiny speck.
The person in this video is trying to argue for the possibility of humans creating God because the universe is really big and the earth is very small. This is a common argument put forth by skeptics, and it baffles me. Why should we think that the size of the universe in relation to earth makes it less likely that earth was created by a being who cares about our actions? I see no obvious connection between these two concepts, yet it is just asserted as if it was obvious. Now imagine a wealthy couple who chose to adopt a child and decides to build an extravagant mansion for the child. The mansion is set on a large chunk of land which includes various crops, livestock, and gardens. As the child grows, it will eventually reach a point where it can start to explore the mansion and the surrounding countryside and come to reflect on its home. The child is very small in comparison to the overall size of the land. Would it be rational for the child to assume, based on the size of its environment, that the person who created it doesn't care for them or for their moral behavior? No, the size of the mansion and the surrounding land is a result of the significance that the child holds to its parents. And no matter how big we make the mansion and no matter how much we increase the acreage of the land, this would still be a faulty inference, especially if the child has first-hand experience with the parents, which gives them evidence for believing that the parents love them. Now, if the child is irrational for making a conclusion of insignificance because the size of its created environment, it seems like we should be cautious of engaging in that same reasoning in relation to the universe. Just as the mansion bears signs that it was created to fulfill a purpose and sustain life, so the universe bears signs that it was created for a purpose and to sustain life. We see this in the fine-tuning of the structure of the universe as a whole and in the unique characteristics of our planet which allows it to support life. Charles Townes, who won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1964, remarked regarding the universe, quote, "This is a very special universe. It's remarkable that it came out just this way. If the laws of physics weren't just the way they are, we couldn't be here at all. The sun couldn't be there. The laws of gravity and nuclear laws and magnetic theory, quantum mechanics, and so on have to be just the way they are for us to be here." End quote. The famous physicist Freeman Dyson remarked that, quote, "The more I examine the universe and the details of its architecture, the more evidence I find that the universe in some sense must have known we were coming." End quote. Fred Hoyle has remarked that, quote, "A common sense interpretation of the facts suggests that a super intellect has monkeyed with physics as well as with chemistry and biology, and that there are no blind forces worth speaking about in nature. The numbers one calculates from the facts seems to me so overwhelming as to put this conclusion almost beyond question." End quote.